Bodywork, not my forte. Fingers crossed today I get further on the FatBoy than I think I might, kind of like the last time. But I got a nice new tin set, and I want to get this thing together and the bearings adjusted, the drop test, which means I'll probably put that old fender on. The tins will come at a different point. I can put this back together kind of the way it was, just with a new front, and get back to riding it. So let's see how far I get. I'm going to start with some disassembly. Like I said, I got to do things twice sometimes, you know, mock it up. But you know, you sit there and you think about, why is this washer fighting me? No, that's not what I was thinking about. I was sitting there thinking about how I never put oil in the forks. So, you know, I'll pull it back apart, get those tins in, and put oil and start the reassembly from scratch, but at least outside, thanks to getting the wheel on the last time. So, like I said, a little bit of disassembly is fine by me. There you go. Nice wheel. It's almost like working on a new Honda. All right. So assembly lube draining was a decent amount in there. And 11.5 ounces of fork oil per side. So 1 quart, 1 liter should do. They say 20 weight for average conditions. I don't have that. I have 15 weight. So I'll give this a try. The cool part about these forks, or Harley forks in general, I guess I should say, is how easy it is to change the oil, which is why when people don't change oil on Harleys, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But we'll go together with the 15 weight, see how that goes. It's windy as hell today, but I'm not gonna complain because it's also relatively warm for the end of October. So here's what I did. I think this is right. I think this makes sense to me. So I tighten these down just to hold it in place to tighten the cap. All right. Now I've got this loose. There's space in between, you know, and I'm going to, I think, loosen this up. Get this. Let's see. Drop the ratchet on the floor. Very important step. But yeah, they say to leave it so that the flats are still this way, if that makes any sense. But what I think I'll do is I'll get this started, right? And I'll get both of them up, right? So with this loose, this bolt essentially loose, allowing for this play, I can tighten these down and torque these good. Right, so then the assembly up here will be tight, and then I can set the rest of it up to do the drop test, loosen these once these are tight to adjust the bearing properly. If I'm doing this wrong or if it doesn't make sense, please let me know in the comments, because I've never set the front end of a Harley up. So again, if I do them wrong, I'm willing to undo it, redo it, but that's what makes the most sense to me, to get it lined up and also to adjust the bearing preload. So let's continue. I've got the axle in to keep the 3 points of contact kind of lined up. You can see what I mean by the play, right? So if I push up on the axle, you see, I've got the bearing there nice and loose. So if I push up on it, hold it pushed up, tighten these two down, tighten these, yeah, I think so. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, now that I got a plan, it's time to get some fingerprints on the nice shiny chrome stuff. I'll get these installed, and then I think, are looking pretty good. Nice shiny chrome. That's going to definitely match a lot better. It was reasonably priced too. 100 something. I think it was 110, 115 J&P cycles. So no complaints. Actually, it's kind of cool that everything is available aftermarket. You know, I've watched videos and heard people talk about that all the time, that one of the great things about Harley is the aftermarket support. And you know, I guess I had to believe it because I didn't have any experience myself. New piece also, nice and straight, also J&P cycles. So it is cool to see how true that is, you know, for me, you know. And I'll say, from the looks of everything, I don't think the quality's all that bad. You know, genuine stuff, I always feel genuine stuff's usually the best, or, well, certain things it's the best, you know. Like for sensors, if I'm doing something on the Impala, for example, I'm trying to find Delco stuff, you know. I've always had good luck with them. But in this case, yeah, the aftermarket is right there with them. So I'll get these snugged up and the forks back in place. So now that I have the fork cap bolts nice and tight, good and tight, and these loose, we're getting almost time to level it out to do this drop test. But the next thing that I'm excited about is this new handlebar. And I modified it. Had to drill out a hole here, same on this side, and basically drilled 3 holes here and then cleaned it all up to get the internal wiring to work, which is just a little nice touch. Harley didn't do it from the factory back then. Not sure why, but that doesn't mean we can't adapt. So I'll get these wires through. Let's see. One set through. Oh, this is exciting. It's starting to look like a motorcycle again. All right. Yeah. That's nice. I'll do final adjustments afterwards. Just get it rough for now. I think that makes the most sense. All right. Don't move. Listen, no listening. It's good. I'll get it lined up by eye for now. But I think it looks about right. Also got a new clutch lever and a new mount, because this was all destroyed. So, yep, I think we're in a good place. Also important to have this bolt loose for doing this setup. I didn't think I tightened it, but rather double check. I'll get these wired up once this front end is set, just back to kind of the way it was. Tins. That's the next thing that I'm gonna have to try to find. Maybe I can find a whole set, do a color change even. I don't know. Haven't decided. Okay, I'll get that wheel on. It really is going together like a new bike, which it should. It makes sense. But, all right. Now, the fender I know is not going to go right on because it was all twisted, but I should be able to get it on, knocked enough out of the way to be able to do the drop test. Obviously the bearing is very, very loose right now because it just almost instantly drops away, and it's not even leveled out. So let's see what I got to do to get that fender on. Actually, it's as banged up as it is. That goes on all right. Once I get it in place, I can just It's twisted away from the wheel. If it needs to, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. First, I'll get these bolts started and snug them up. And then we'll see how much, if any, we're gonna have to clear. Well, yeah, definitely in the back, definitely here. That's, I'm gonna need a little bit more room there, but that'll do. That'll do for now. Chris is gonna kill me for putting this thing back together like this, because I think he feels this is his one chance for me to change this thing up and beautify it, so to speak, even though I kind of like the way it is. I will say that I did see a set of tanks on eBay in yellow, and that kind of got me excited. I saw a yellow tank, I saw a yellow front fender from 2 different bikes, and then I saw a yellow rear fender that was definitely from not just a different bike, but a different design, had a different pinstripe. But if I could get all 3 in yellow, black and yellow, kind of like it. I'd say that's good enough. I'd say that's good enough for sure. Okay, now, next step. So I've got the frame level, but I don't believe the bike is level. So what does that mean? That means, let's see. Yeah, we're a little tilted. Okay, so we'll get it adjusted reasonably. I'm not going, cross country with it anytime soon. And then I'll do it in a different location with a level floor. So for now, I got all the slop out of it. It's free. See, it doesn't drop going to one side because it's not leveled. Versus the other side, you move it a little bit and it drops off. So we'll keep it there. Yeah, I have a feeling it's just about the level the machine is on. Not to worry. Like I said, there's no play. It's snug and not overly tight. It still falls away in both directions. All right, that'll do for now. When I get the new fender and everything, we'll redo this the proper way. Torque on these is 30 to 35 foot-pounds. So I've got it set to 30. And that feels pretty snug. I'll do 32 and a half. Literally split the difference. All right. Okay. Ooh, this is getting close. This is getting close. Wiring. Might hear this thing. It's been a while. Clutch lever and clutch cable. I got to take a little bit more slack out of the adjuster, I think. But it's getting almost to where I can operate the clutch, which means throttle and brakes. Yeah, one step at a time. Yeah, let me not get ahead of myself just because I'm excited. Slow down. Let's get things where they belong. Let's get things adjusted properly. And we'll be better off in the long run. Easier said than done sometimes, though. Easier said than done. Just hanging the master so I can get that caliper bolted up. Just one thing. Whew. Yeah, that's it. That's just, like I said, hanging it. I know it needs some more adjustment. Still got to finish exactly the placement, but exciting, because this is mounted, then I can screw this in, then one by one by one. All right, these are the exciting steps, right? That anticipation of it's gonna run, it's gonna make noise. Ugh. And this thing makes a nice noise. So close. So close, but I don't want to say anything to jinx myself. You know, I don't want to say, oh yeah, it'll definitely run, because I don't know that it will. But I know the brakes work. Brakes are important. Now, one thing I'm not counting on, or haven't been counting on, is daylight. And it's very unfortunate we're heading into that time of year. You wouldn't really know it with the weather today, but yeah, we're heading into that time of year now. Days getting shorter. Daylight savings is coming too. That's gonna suck. Yes, I am doing what you think. I am just trying to match things up based on what was in there. I think I got this side done right. Not sure. Pretty sure. But this one's a little bit more confusing. It's two yellows. I got the one white. Not sure where the other white is. Oh, it's on the top. So the one white, the other white goes on the top. All right. And then blue top here. Okay, so the last one is to investigate the two yellows. Let's see, one is just yellow, one's yellow with a black stripe. So let's see. Okay, yellow with a black stripe. Got it. Yeah, these, I think I found my new favorite type of connector. They're just really simple to put together, take apart. I like that. Serviceability. It's one of the things I like about the old Harleys is just how serviceable they are, you know? All right. She's... no. You know what? I have other ones. Much better. Much better. Of course, now I have a connector. It doesn't have a gasket. O-ring, whatever. But that's fine. I wonder, though, if I wonder if I can put it together and just test it. You know, just make some of the connections. I know the headlights won't work. I know the front turn signals won't work. But if everything else works, that'd be a good sign. I think we'll do that. Unfortunately, I have to cannibalize the Tour Glide, which itself already cannibalized the FatBoy, because the battery that I'd gotten for it went bad. Just a few months old. It was purchased through Amazon. They did right. They, you know, returned the credit without asking much. Although I'd be careful on Amazon. Just make sure that the manufacturers that they're selling you, you buy something that's supposed to be a name brand, that it actually is, because in this case it wasn't. It was, the name was licensed. I don't know, but you can see this is not the right one. I need to get one for this one. But more importantly, this thing goes back where it belongs. Where it belongs is right here, tucked up inside this oil tank. All right, few moments more and everything should work. Everything should work. Famous last words. Okay, let's see. We're gonna be going by guessing what these are. This is neutral, oil, high beam, left turn, right turn. So neutral, oil, high beam, left turn, look at this, right turn, and since I know it's in neutral, Whew. Let's see if it cranks. Oh, nice sound. Nice sound. Literally burning daylight, racing the sun. Okay. Tuck everything in, get these tanks bolted back together. Yeah, good feeling. I think I'm losing today's battle with the sun, but still got quite a bit done. So, not the worst day in the world. Just not as far as I kind of hoped. I may have lost today's battle with the sun, but I still think there's an opportunity to make a little noise. So let's just get these things feeling a little bit better. Yeah, kind of remembered them feeling like that. I guess I'll play with them as I ride it again. You know, never really paid attention to how they were. And then after the accident, it doesn't matter. They were all bent. But it's all about, it's got to feel right, right? So I've got no qualms about that. Yeah. So everything else is in place, I think. Adjust the controls ever so slightly. And since we're cannibalizing, I cannibalized the shifters from the Tour Glide. They don't quite look right, like the way the ones that were on here looked, but they should work. And I'll get the pegs off, or I should say the bolts that are broken in the pegs. I'll get them out with time, but time is not something I have right now. That's about right. Let's get this one clocked a little bit. Yeah, that feels good. Whew. So let's see, she's been sitting now. The accident happened August 11th, and we are in the end of October. So will it run? That's the next question. Choke on, fuel. Alrighty then, fuel on. Neutral. We'll see what she does. All right. That'll do. This one she never liked to idle when she's cold. So still, ran pretty good. I think we're about ready. Well, she sounds good. Feels all right. Brakes were a little weird when I first started riding it, but I don't know. The brakes have been through a lot too. I'm just kind of taking it easy, you know, just feeling it out because, well, everything's fresh. And I got no headlight. That was, like I said, that was me not letting the day, the sun, win. It's good to be on her again, though. I will say I miss the noise, you know, and I just like Softails. I just think they're, you know, more nimble, feel light, less to them, which is just my thing I've mentioned before. Yeah, she feels all right. Some of you might live in a part of the country where something like this is more commonplace. I don't. I get some of the strangest looks and I love it. Signals. I'm undecided whether I like the self-canceling ones on the Tour Glide, because 11 seconds, I don't know if it's enough, and it's not that hard to turn it off yourself, but I don't think there's a way to stop it from doing that. It'd be nice if there was an option, you know, turn it on, turn it off. Can't have everything. Test ride to the gas station and back, puts like a mile and a half, 2 miles on it. But so far, I think the work is good. Oh, see, there's your self-canceling. I forgot all this time to turn it off. All right, certainly not complete, but for today I'll take this as a good finish. So I'll keep on it, get it legal-ish, probably bleed the brakes. Brakes feel a little meh, and I know the rear suspension bushings, bearings, whatever, they need some lubrication. They make a little noise, but it's just good. Okay, well, until next time, ride safe, have a great day.